Hello guys, welcome back to Jinx's Tarot. I hope everyone is doing well. I'm doing well. Today we are focusing on the air signs, honey. So if you are an Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, this reading is for you. However, we are primarily focused on the sign of Aquarius for this read. So if you are an Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or Saturn, this reading is for you. If this doesn't resonate, keep in mind that this is a general reading. So try again next week or check your other placements to see, more in depth if like it connects to your love life or your finances, or just the energy throughout the week for you. So anyways, we're gonna get into the read, or before we actually get into the read, I did roll dice for you guys as per usual, and you guys rolled Aries. So you guys might be taking on the Aries energy throughout the week ahead. You might be dealing with an Aries romantically, or you could have a coworker that is an Aries, but you guys rolled Aries. What number is this? 9. So for the numbers, you guys rolled 9, so you may be seeing 999 or just 9s in general. I honestly get the energy from this read that like you're close to something, like close to reaching a cycle that is being completed, whether that is in work or your love life. There are a few numbers in here that are fairly close to the 9, so I get the energy of you guys possibly working towards completing a cycle, whether that is with work. It could be you trying to finish up a project. It doesn't matter, honestly. We're gonna see with the tarot. So for the main energy throughout the week, you guys received the King of Pentacles in reverse, which tells me that you guys are really focused on your finances, to the point where it might be a little obsessive. He also, like, when it's in reverse, it talks about kind of like the dark side of wealth. So you could be splurging a little bit. You could have some like just unhealthy habits around your finances. The 2 clarity cards just kind of heighten that for me, because you guys received the 9 of Swords. Oh, not 9 of Swords. The Knight of Swords in upright. And this card just talks about being driven to succeed. He's very action oriented, very ambitious, and I get the energy that you guys are heavily focused on your finances. The second clarity card that you guys received was the Death card, which tells me that something around your either finances or love life, however, I'm primarily getting finances, or just anything that you're like very serious and focused on, something around that is going to change, whether that is your energy towards it, or there actually might be a change happening with your finances that may take you out of this King of Pentacles energy in reverse of being too obsessed over it. So you may not be as obsessed about your finances as you were before, but there is definitely going to be a change. The advice card that you guys received was the Hermit card, or Dr. Grant in this hoodoo deck. So this also is the sign of Virgo, I believe. So maybe taking on a more Virgo-like energy and like kind of retreating into yourself, just to recenter yourself, reground yourself, see if you are aligned with what is going on in the present moment. What else am I getting from this? Since it's in black and white, it's like fairly hard to see. But yeah, just retreating into yourself to just like double check to make sure that you're aligned with yourself, making sure that you are centered in the decisions that you're making throughout your week. But for your finances, you guys received the 8 of Wands, or 8 of Wires in this deck upright, which whenever I see the 8 of Wands, I think of multitasking. So you could be focusing on multiple different things at work. You could be responsible for multiple things at work. The 2 clarity cards that you guys received. Oh wait, I didn't even say what this was supposed to mean. But I get multitasking from this energy, as well as there being some fast-paced change, which kind of feeds into that death card that you guys got. So there really could be some change happening, or just some fast movement going on at work. Like you could be really just on the go. I see with that. The two clarity cards that you guys received was the Ten of Pentacles in reverse, and then the Eight of Cups in reverse. So I get the, well, let me hold that up a little bit longer. I get the energy that like you guys are pulling back from your finances because you are disappointed in the Ten of Pentacles that you guys are getting. It may not actually be the Ten of Pentacles. It could literally be like the Nine of Pentacles upright and you want a 10. You know what I mean? I get the energy of like there being change in work, but the change isn't big enough for you to be satisfied with it. To the point to where like you've kind of given up and you want to walk away from it is what I'm getting. However, the advice card that you guys received was the Free Man or the Fool, which tells me that you guys are advised to take a risk. The ancestors are telling you to take a risk. And this could be a risk of you pulling back, or you guys pushing forward and pushing through the disappointment, or giving up on it and risking that time and energy. Whenever I get the Fool card as an advice card, I get the energy of like take the risk because you're kind of like, not, I don't want to say covered, but like you have a high chance of being able to succeed from it, or there is a lesson in it. However, I get the energy of you guys having some like universal backup, if that makes sense, like around this Fool's card as your advice card, that like don't give up, continue pushing towards this Ten of Pentacles, because like you guys are fairly close. Like I feel like you guys got the, let me not drop this tea, you guys got the 9, so I feel like you guys are like really close to trying to achieve what you want. It just like you may not get it in the time that you want, and it could be because you are trying to juggle multiple things, so possibly putting something down and still focusing on what you want will help. But I don't know fully for sure what this risk card is supposed to talk about, and I'm assuming that is up to you to decide whether or not risking more of your time and energy towards your goals is one thing, or risking dropping it and finding something else to do is also a potential risk. So it really is up to you and how you interpret that Fool's card. For your love life, you guys got the Hierophant, which talks about like tradition. You could be dealing with a very like traditional relationship, or that is something that you want. This is also the sign of Taurus, so you could be dealing with a Taurus. You guys did roll Aries, which, I mean, Aries, Taurus, they're close. They're also horned creatures. But I get the energy of like you guys dealing with the connection. And like it could I feel like the person is possibly like triggering you, like, and it could be unintentionally or intentionally, and it has you feeling a bit like paranoid or defensive towards this person. If you guys are single, I get the energy of you guys wanting to be in a relationship, like a very traditional, like we go out to like the movies, have dinner kind of thing. But you may be a little paranoid about like whether or not the person could hurt your feelings, or whether or not someone is going to reject you. But going back to if you are in a relationship, I get that you are defensive about this connection because they could be triggering you in some way, or you could just not fully trust them. The second clarity card that you guys received was the Ace of Swords in reverse, which tells me that you are really like going back to rethink if like the relationship is good for you or something that you want to keep around. I also get the energy that if you are single, that you are thinking like if hopping into a relationship is a good time for you, like if this is a good time for you. If you were ready. I see with this Nine of Wands that there could be some like traumas, trials, and tribulations that you could have gone through in the past, which has you a bit on edge towards pursuing a new connection. But if you are already dealing with someone, I see that they could be triggering you a little bit. Like, yeah, with the Nine of Wands, they could be triggering you, and you could really be going back to think like, is this something I really want to keep around me? You know what I mean? But the advice card that you guys received was the Daughter of Knives in reverse. Let me show you that. And this card talks about, I'm primarily getting self-expression. So if you are single, expressing to that person that like, hey, like I've had rocky relationships in the past. The Nine of Wands also talks about boundaries. So like making sure that you set certain boundaries for the connection, not because you're not interested, but just because you want to make sure that you're good. You know what I mean? I think it's very much possible for you to pursue a connection while also making sure that you're good at the end of the day. But like the Nine of Wands talks about boundaries. So yeah, like making sure that you're setting boundaries. If you are in a connection and it is triggering you, making sure that you set boundaries, saying like, hey, like, I don't like that, stop it, you know what I mean? But like expressing your emotions and feelings, just period, is the advice card that I'm getting from this Daughter of Swords or Knives. But that is what I got for your guys' week ahead. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, feel free to send a DM and we'll book an appointment. Other than that, I will see you guys next week. Bye. Hi guys, welcome back to Jinx's Tarot. I hope everyone is doing well. I'm doing well. Today we are in the sign of Libra. So if you are a Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or Saturn, this reading is for you. Keep in mind this is a general reading, so if it doesn't resonate, try again next week or check your other placements. But other than that, we're going to get into this read. But before we get into the read, I did roll dice for you guys as per usual. And you guys wrote the sign of Taurus. So you may be dealing with a Taurus romantically, or you could have a coworker that's a Taurus, or you could really just be taking on the Taurian energy throughout your week ahead. Taurus are very like, they're hard workers. They're also like about that life of luxury and abundance, honey. So the numbers that you got was 3, which talks about expansion, growing. So, and you guys also may be seeing 333s or just 3s in general. But 3s talk about like expansion and growth. So let's get into this tarot. So for the main energy that you guys got for the week ahead is the Fool's card. This is for the week ahead, so you guys could be taking a risk on something that you are emotionally invested in, because you guys received 2 Cups card, which is the 5 of Cups upright, and then you guys also received the Page of Cups. So I'm getting with this 5 of Cups that like you took a risk on something that you could have been like, it could have just been like a creative opportunity that you just felt very emotionally like drawn to. It could have been an offer from someone that you felt emotionally like drawn to. It could have been like for example, like, oh, like, try this, like, somebody came up to you and was like, hey, like, we're looking for models to be in our fashion show, and you're like, ooh, girl, I've been wanting to model since forever, like, and so you go to pursue it, and I see that, like, it isn't something that you are either interested in, or the experience wasn't what you wanted. It could have just been like, this is a new environment, like I feel embarrassed, like I get the energy of feeling like disappointed, or like there is a sense of failure with this card. um oh my god, my mouth is so dry. And it could just be because I'm sipping on tea, and tea's like, let me shut up, let me get back to the reading. So yeah, with the Five of Cups, I get the energy of being disappointed, or there could have been some failures. Like you could have, if they're going back to the modeling example, let's say like this person offered you the opportunity to be in a fashion show, and like your heel broke as you're walking down the catwalk. Like, then you're like, oh, I failed. I feel like, you know what I mean? I get that kind of energy from it. Like, I get the energy that, like, this was something that you're really passionate about or have an interest in, and you invest yourself into it, physically and emotionally, and it leads to you feeling some type of way. However, the advice card that you guys received was the Father of Sticks, or Father of Wands, or King of Wands, I'm sorry. And, this card, as your advice card, talks about like being an entrepreneur, being a leader. I get the energy of you like taking whatever lesson from this, like whatever risk you took throughout the week ahead or from the week before, making sure that you take whatever lessons that you learned from that experience, and you move on from it and not allow the situation to take from you, is what I'm getting from this King of Swords, or King of Wands, I'm sorry, as your advice card. Now for your finances, I see that you are heavily focused on your finances, honey, like, and not in like a bad way, but like I get from this, what is this? Knight of Pentacles, I swear. Knight of Pentacles card, that you guys are very driven to succeed. You guys are very disciplined. You are probably in a routine, making sure, I get like influencer vibes from this deck, just because it is very like cyberpunk-esque. So like, for example, if you are an influencer, you're like on a consistent schedule, you're making sure that your content is being pushed out, you're like editing, you know, like you're on top of it. And then the two cards that you guys received as like clarity, you guys got the King of Pentacles, which talks about like being very disciplined, very much a leader, entrepreneur, really focused on achieving abundance. As you can see, both of these cards are very like money focused. As you can see, his phone literally has a dollar sign. Is that a dollar sign? It looked like a dollar sign. It looked like a dollar sign on his phone case, like money. The King of Pentacles has like money drawn on a board, and like he's planning on how to achieve more money, is what I'm getting. And I get the energy of you guys taking like logical, practical steps to achieve your goals. And this is going to bring about change with this Death card upright. And I get the energy that this change may be a little drastic or hectic for you, because you guys received the Big House / the Tower card as your advice card. Since this is your advice card, I don't usually see the Tower in like the advice section, so I get the energy that this change is going to bring about a little chaos. Like you might get a huge influx of followers, going back to the influencer example. You may get a huge influx of followers and attention, and you're like, God damn, I don't know what to do with all this, you know what I mean? And I get the energy of you just needing to move at your own pace, you know, like don't rush it, just because if it is a little chaotic, I can see that can be a bit overwhelming for you. But like you're stepping into like a new chapter, I'm getting with this Death card and Tower card. And it could be like just a total shift for you, and it could be a little off-putting, but I get the energy of you guys, one, needing to move with this Death / Tower card. You know, you need to move with this change the best way that you can, and that could be you just moving at your own pace, still moving, but like moving at your own pace, and it could be a little bit slower, but just to make sure that you're not overwhelmed or thrown off by the change that you guys have achieved and worked so hard to get. So for your love life, you guys got the Four of Wands, which talks about homecoming, harmony, joy, celebration. I get the energy of you guys possibly liking somebody within like your friend group. This could also bring jealousy from somebody in a corner, girl, because I haven't noticed this, but my girl looked like a full hating ass hater in the back. But I get the energy of you guys possibly being interested in someone in your friend group. And just overall, like, it's positive vibes. But the two clarity cards that you guys received was the King of Cups in reverse, which talks about self-compassion, moodiness. It could also indicate like some emotional manipulation or like inner feelings. I want to get clarity on this Nine of Pentacles. I'm also recording this at night, and it says 222, so get into it. But Nine of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles. Okay, so the Nine of Pentacles talks about like self-worth, over-investment, and work, or really working towards something. So you guys could be really like pushing towards a relationship to the point where like it's like, all right, girl, like you a little obsessive. And like you're not allowing it to grow naturally. You're very like, I want this relationship right now. You know what I mean? Okay. Is what I'm getting from this Nine of Pentacles in combination with just the rest of your love spread, is that you're highly focused on it, and the person you're pursuing may not be as invested in it, probably because they're not aware, but if they are, then I just see that like their attention isn't as invested as yours is, and you could be feeling a little disappointed or just unhappy about it. However, I think if you allow it to flow naturally and progress in a way that is very like natural, that it will be successful. The advice card that you guys got was the Chariot card, which tells me like push forward. If you are overly invested, like, you know, plant the seeds, but don't go back and keep looking to see if it has grown. Like, allow it to blossom naturally rather than it being forced. But that is what I got for you guys is the overall week ahead. I hope you enjoyed. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, feel free to send a DM and we'll book an appointment. Other than that, I will see you guys next week. Bye. Hi guys, welcome back to Jinx's Tarot. I hope everyone is doing well. I'm doing well. Today we are on the sign of Gemini, so if you are a Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or Saturn, this reading is for you. Keep in mind this is a general reading, so if it doesn't resonate, try again next week or check your other placements. You know. Before we get into the read, I did roll dice for you guys. And you guys received the sign of Cancer, so you may be dealing with the Cancer this week, whether that is romantically, it could be Cancer in the workplace, that could be something that you're dealing with, or you could just be taking on the Cancer energy this week, which to me, it feels very much like intuitive. It could be a little bit moody, or more, let's not say moody, but more in touch with your emotions. For the numbers, you guys rolled 11, so you may be seeing a lot of 11s or just 11s. Whenever I see 11 it rolled on the dice, I think of 1111, which talks about making a wish. So maybe if there's something that you're wishing for, you know, try manifesting that this week. But let's get into the tarot. So for the tarot, you guys received the Two of Cups as the main energy throughout your overall week, which tells me that you guys are really focused on relationships, whether that is romantically, or financially, this could be like business partners, really focusing on who can fill your cup, who can contribute to your life the best. The two clarity cards that you guys received was the Sun card, which I feel like contributes to the what I was saying before about like focusing on the connections that like are positive for you, the ones that feed into you emotionally, physically, mentally, like primarily emotionally, but like I get the energy of you really focusing on connections that are very positive and very warm. The other clarity card that you guys received was the King of Cups, which talks about being, you know, like inner feelings. You could be a little bit moody. This card does talk about being emotionally manipulative when in reverse. So if that is you, I say check yourself before you wreck yourself, because karma is a biatch. And, you know, that will come back to you if, you know, if it is you. If it is someone else, I see that you aren't really contributing to this King of Cups in reverse. Like you really are focused on the connections that are bringing positivity and warmth to you. Is the camera recording? Bruh, okay, the camera shut off. But for the advice that you guys received the Seven of Cups, which talks about, you know, alignment, your personal values. You could be overwhelmed by options, and you could be overwhelmed by like the process. Bruh, my camera's acting up. Like I have my phone here to like make sure that like I can see if the camera's recording, and the screen literally just flashed as well as the camera. So I don't know. This camera doesn't even have a fucking flash. What does that mean? I don't know. Um, but you guys got the Seven of Cups in reverse, sorry. And you guys could be overwhelmed by just having to focus so heavily on the connections that bring you positivity and warmth. Like the process of having to like analyze the connections could be just a lot for you. But I do see that you guys are very focused on the things that are aligned with you rather than the things that aren't. And you know, intuitively, like you will know, as well as like emotionally, like you can feel it, you know what I mean? But for your finances, you guys received the Five of Wands upright, which tells me that there is some competition slash conflict in the workplace. And it, from the rest of the read, I get that this is a bit intense for you. I get the energy of like law school kind of vibes, you know what I mean? But the two clarity cards that you guys received was the Three of Cups in reverse, which tells me that all the conflict and everything that is going on, you do not want to be a part of it. You would rather like focus on yourself and do things on your own. The second clarity card that you guys received was the Nine of Swords in reverse, which talks about like inner turmoil, conflict, worry, as well as like releasing that worry. So yeah, I primarily get that like there could be some like heavy competition within the workplace, and you're not vibing with it. Like you would rather just like be on your own and focus on your own energy rather than having to compete with a variety of different energies. I get with this Five of Wands that there is a variety of different energies competing for this one position. And I get the energy that like you're trying to one, go off by yourself and kind of release any worries, like it's not my problem kind of thing. However, the advice card that you guys received was the Nine of Wands again, but upright, which I feel like whatever feelings you're feeling is there for a reason. And going back to the first spread of you checking in with like the personal alignment, if this has you feeling some type of way, like pay attention to that. Do not push it to the side. This is a swords card, so like cutting out anything that just does not serve you if this is, if there is a way for you to go out and work on your own and not be in competition with these people, I get the energy of you needing to do that. However, if you aren't able to do that, like if this is like a law school situation and like you want to be a lawyer, like you're gonna have to deal with the competition, is what I'm getting. And I am not trying to like scare anyone, but I do get the energy of you like needing to be a little worried. Like, what's that one saying where it's like, you need to be worried or have fear or you won't do well? Like, that's what I'm getting from this Nine of Swords, or yeah, Nine of Swords or Nine of Knives. Ugh, my knee itch. Okay, so for your love life, you guys got the Four of Cups, which tells me that y'all are back in the energy of checking in with what is aligned with you and what isn't. I get the energy of meditation. Could be something that some of you guys are tapping into to kind of seek a deeper sense of clarity. Uh-oh, I spill water. I spill water. The two clarity cards that you guys received was the Seven of Wands, which talks about competition, perseverance. I do get the energy of some of y'all out there, and this, if it doesn't resonate, do not take it, but some of y'all are out here really competing for someone's love. The second clarity card is the Strength card, which tells me that you guys are really like persevering, pushing through, and trying to either get with this person or you're really trying to, if you guys aren't in a relationship, I get the energy of you guys really just trying to get that personal clarity, to make sure that like if pursuing a connection is meant for you. I get the energy of you possibly struggling to get that inner clarity, and meditation might be the thing that helps. But I do see that at the end of the day, you're gonna push through it. If this is a, like, you're competing for someone's love kind of thing, the advice card that you guys received was the Mother of Coins, which talks about like, clearly your finances, but actually I want to get clarity on it just so I could like really give you guys the TT. So you got the Mother of Coins, which talks about financial independence, self-care, work-home conflict. So I'm primarily getting the self-care thing. If you guys are trying to pursue a connection and you're like kind of competing for this person, making sure that you aren't losing yourself in the process is what I'm getting with this Mother of Coins in reverse. If you are single and you are just trying to get that inner clarity to see if you are really like interested or really ready to pursue a connection, taking care of yourself and going back to that meditation. Meditation is a form of self-care. Self-care is highly advised to help you get the clarity that you need. So that is what I got for you guys this week ahead. I hope you enjoyed. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, feel free to send a DM and we'll book an appointment. Other than that, I will see you guys next week. Bye.